If you like this look and you're interested in how I got this holographic glitter cut crease, stay tuned. So I went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera. If you guys would like to see a video more on how I do mine, just let me know. But today I'm using the Born This Way concealer in the color Tan, which I've used to clean up my eyebrows. And I will be using as an eyeshadow primer as well. And I'm just going to put it all over my lid. And then I'm going to take my mini beauty blender. I'm just going to go in. I'm just going in with my beauty blender and blending everything out, and then I'm just going to repeat the same process on the next eye. And please excuse that big band-aid on my finger throughout this video. I must have burnt my hand when bleaching my knots, so please just ignore it. I'm going to, the two palettes I'm going to be using today are my two Tarte palettes. My Tarte palette is the only one that I have right now that will give me like a smoky effect. So see, these are the colors that it has. So the first palette I'll be starting off with is my Tarte Let in Bloom palette. Which color is it that I want to use on my lid? I'm going to start with Sweetheart. And then I'm going to work my way up to this red one. And that is, I'm going to work my way up to Leader. So start with Sweetheart, work my way up to Leader. And I'm going to be applying a bunch of browns from my Tarte palette. So those are the two that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to be using a fluffy brush to apply my base shadow, which is going to be Sweetheart. So now I'm going to go in with Rebel just to darken it up a little bit. I'm just going to take it and go in like that. Now I'm going to be using Dreamer from my Tarte Let palette to create a more smoky effect on my eyes. To apply this color, I've actually grabbed a different fluffy brush than the first, and I'll be using this brush to apply my other brown and my darker shades. So I'm going to go back in with the brush I was using originally and just blend it together. Now the color that I'm using to apply a darker transition will be the Multitasker from the Tarte Let palette. So still using the brush that I was applying my dark brown colors with, I'm going into my Tarte Let in Bloom palette to apply the color Activist. Now I'm taking Smoke Shadow from the same palette and going to be applying that to the end of my transition. Now I'm taking a clean fluffy brush and I'm just going to be blending everything all together. After blending everything, I'm taking my angled brush and applying a little bit of concealer to clean up the excess eyeshadow away from my brows. I think I do want to go in with the cut crease. So what I'm going to do is I just like to add it like a little bit. And then I like to move on my eye. And see, that tells me exactly where I need to pull my. So now I'm just going to go in and start blending my cut crease. I'm just doing the same thing on this side, taking it and pulling it down and then blending it out. Now I'm going in with the white eyeshadow just to mattify the concealer. Now I'm just taking some of this NYX pigment in GLI07 and spraying some setting spray on a flat brush before dipping it into the pigment. This is a trick that I learned that makes your pigments show up even more. When applying pigments, you want to pat them onto your lid rather than using a swiping motion. Now I'm just taking one of my MAC black pigments to add on to the outer corners of my eyes to smoke everything out, and again I'm setting that with some setting spray. So I'm going back and applying the color Activist once again just to blend the black color out. So to create my wing liner, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D inkjet. This step is kind of hard to explain, but I start from the front and then I slowly work my way back and then work my way up. And if you guys would like a tutorial on wing liner, I will make one as well. Then to clean up my fallout and excess eyeshadow, I take a cotton pad and just wipe it up. And then I also take an angled brush and I dip it in a little bit of alcohol and I try and get as close as I can to my wing. You can also use this process to clean up any of the wing that you might have overdid or messed up. Now onto my foundation. I'm just going to prime my face with a little bit of MAC Prep and Prime. foundation I'm going to be using is Born This Way in the color Caramel. And I'm going to be applying this with a silicone sponge that I got from Target by, I believe the brand is Sasha Kashuk. So I'm going to be using the Born This Way concealer in the color Tan again, just to highlight my under eye, my chin, and my nose. To get a lightweight look, I take a beauty blender and spray it with setting spray, and I just start blending my concealer in with my foundation. I then repeat this step over my whole face. So I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Contour Palette to create my contour. I'm going to be using the darkest shade from this palette. When doing my contour, I usually do my cheekbones, the perimeter of my forehead, and I usually use the cream contour kit to do my nose, but I'm going to be skipping that step today. I'm going to be taking this medium shade and applying it all around my face to blend everything out. So while we're baking today, we're going to be using the Laura Mercier setting powder. I love this setting powder. I've been using it for forever. It's lasts me for forever, and I swear by it. It usually prevents me from getting oily throughout the day or throughout the night. Now that my setting powder has baked, I'm just going to go ahead and dust it off with like a fluffy brush. So I'm just going to be going in with the color Songbird from my Becca blush palette. I believe that you typically have to buy their blushes separately. I got this deal around Christmas time. So Christmas time is coming up, y'all. So for my highlight, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. I'm going to be using the white color at the top. I'm going to be highlighting my cheeks, my nose, my lips. So now I'm going to be going in with my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. And when I tell y'all this setting spray, make sure makeup lasts forever. If you're not using it, what are you doing? So I just applied a sugar scrub to my lips so that I can exfoliate them, and then I'm just going to be applying some Buxom lip gloss. In the color Claire, and I use that like on an everyday basis. That's like one of my first ones, so that's nothing special really. So now somehow, someway, I lost both of my lash glues, so I will not be applying any lashes in this video. But what I will be doing is applying some Better Than Sex mascara onto my lashes, upper and lower. Now for the under eye drama. I'm just going to be taking that fluffy brush that I applied my dark eyeshadows with and taking one of those dark shadows and putting it under my under eye, as well as a black eyeliner. So this is my final look. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, share, and make sure you subscribe because you don't want to miss out on keeping up with the new. Thanks, bye.